So Tej, Wendy, why are you relaunching the Tej Kohli Foundation?
Well, it's not a relaunch because the foundation has been active for the last 15 years. We started in 2005, and since all this time, we have done a lot of good things, a lot of achievements, but we haven't stopped talking about it.
And we haven't done this to gain publicity, so we have not talked about this for many, many years. But now it has become quite a big thing, and people are talking about it. We have come up with a mission of ending blindness by 2035. We have a detailed plan how to do that. Whether we can do it or not, I'm not sure, but we're sure as hell going to try. We are better known for cornea blindness, which is a form of blindness that is quite hard to cure, and thus far we have been doing it through donor cornea. It all started actually, as Wendy said, 15 years ago.
With 12 kids.
With 12 kids, and we have very fond memories of those 12 kids. Even after all these years, we think of them, we talk about them, and now it is a big thing. So maybe it's time to talk about it and let people join us in our very lofty goals that we have set for this.
Absolutely.
Right?
What are the challenges in the mission to cure corneal blindness?
There are 12 million blind people, we think, give or take. These numbers are all over the map, but 12 million people who suffer from cornea blindness, we think. Mm-hmm. Now, of the 12 million, many of them are in poor countries like India. Now, it's impossible, just by the way we have been doing it for the last 7-8 years, to cure them through what we call donor cornea, where somebody has to die and then their family has to donate the cornea. Wendy understands how difficult it is. We have volunteers in many hospitals all over the world who are going around talking to families of people who have just deceased and asking them to donate cornea. That's, you can imagine, it's not so easy, but that is what we have been doing. And unfortunately, 1 out of every 50, 1 out of every 60 person who needs cornea gets it because it's so scarce. And despite our best efforts, donor cornea in poor countries are very hard to get. Wendy and I decided, along with a lot of our supporters, that we should embark upon technological and scientific innovations to create what we call artificial cornea, also known as biosynthetic cornea. And I think we made some strides. We've gone from yeast cornea to peptides, and now we are on to the liquid cornea, and we are soon about to announce yet another hallmark. And the reason we need these corneas, different corneas at different times, is because of the rejection rate. The yeast, for instance, the rejection was more than 80%. And we didn't think we would get an FDA approval. We wouldn't get, it was very difficult. Peptides was better, but it still had other problems. So I think we are now embarking upon technologies which are more emblematic of having some tissues, existing tissues of the person or some cells, and then regenerating that medicine. It's easier said than done, but we are now looking at those sort of things where the rejection is lower, and maybe one day we can cure some of these 12 million people. That's our hope.
In 2019, you announced a new program with Massachusetts Eye and Ear, which is a teaching hospital of Harvard Medical School. What's the objective of that program?
You know, this adds a new dimension to our research. Clearly, we have broken this up into two parts, the actual helping of blind people and the research side. And being a technologist myself, this is very rewarding. And what Harvard is doing, or Massachusetts Eye and Ear Institute, they have reached they have approached it slightly differently than what I have been trying to do, which is create artificial cornea. They are more into the preventative side. They feel that in order to eliminate the 40 million blind people, including 12 million corneal blindness, it has to be approached from a preventative standpoint, something we did not fully understand or comprehend until we came in touch with Dr. Joan Miller and many others, distinguished people in Harvard. And then we learned that this is not the way to go only. we also have to put a preventative measure, which is what we have done. And being a technologist, I am very proud of what we have achieved, what they are trying to do, and we are very proud to be involved with them.